Patience 16. I had a thought which I wanted to share. In the 3rd year after the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, migrated to Medina, the non-Muslim leaders of Mecca decided to take revenge for the loss at the Battle of Badr, which occurred in the previous year. This led to the Battle of Uhud. When the battle commenced, the companions, may Allah be pleased with them, quickly overcame the non-Muslim army, which caused them to retreat. But some of the archers the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, commanded to stay on a small mountain, Jabal al-Rumah, which is in front of Mount Uhud, irrespective of the outcome of the battle, believed that the battle was over and the command no longer applied. When they descended Jabal al-Rumah, it exposed the rear of the Muslim army. The non-Muslim army then rallied together and attacked the Muslims from both sides. This led to the martyrdom of many companions, may Allah be pleased with them, and their bodies were mutilated by the non-Muslims. This has been discussed in Imam Ibn Kathir's The Life of the Prophet, Volume 3, pages 29 to 30. It is clear that the main reason why the Muslims suffered so many losses was the misjudgment of the archers. They unintentionally disobeyed the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, as they believed the war was over and his command no longer applied. This indicates that as long as a Muslim sincerely obeys the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, they will be granted success, but if they disobey him, this support will be withdrawn. Chapter 4 An-Nisa, verse 80.
Whoever obeys the Messenger has truly obeyed Allah.
And Chapter 3 Ali Imran, verse 31.
Say, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, if you should love Allah, then follow me, so Allah will love you and forgive you your sins. And Allah is forgiving and merciful.
And Chapter 24 An-Nur, verse 63.
Do not make your calling of the Messenger among yourselves as the call of one of you to another. Already Allah knows those of you who slip away, concealed by others. So let those beware who dissent from his Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, order, lest disaster strike them or a painful punishment.
In addition, it is customary for the Holy Prophets, peace be upon them, to sometimes gain the upper hand over their enemies, and on some occasions their enemies gain the upper hand, even though the ultimate victory is always in favor of the Holy Prophets, peace be upon them. The reason for this alternating of circumstances is to separate the true believers from the hypocrites and the opportunists, who always join the successful group in order to reap worldly benefits. If the Holy Prophets, peace be upon them, always won, then the hypocrites and opportunists would become inextinguishable from the sincere believers. If the Holy Prophets, peace be upon them, always lost, then this would hinder their mission. Chapter 3 Ali Imran, verse 140.
If a wound should touch you, there has already touched the opposing people a wound similar to it. And these days, of varying conditions, we alternate among the people, so that Allah may make evident those who believe, and may take to himself from among you martyrs.
Another reason for this alternating of victory and defeat is to teach the believers how to adopt both patience and gratitude. If they lost all the time, then they may well become patient, but would find it difficult to be grateful. If they won all the time, then they may well adopt gratitude, but will struggle to adopt real patience. The alternating of situations allows for them to adopt both patience and gratitude, two halves which are vital to obtain success in both worlds.